Ooh, it's cold out here. Well, I told you I was going to show you what this looked like when they all got done. And they're done. They're not coming back. I guess this is how you leave the driveway. And they've left this like this. Too bad they didn't sweep it off with the shovel a little bit better, but they didn't. See, remember I told you they were gonna lessen the slope here. Remember this over here, this is where he was loading. This dropped down about 12 feet. Well, he just took a little bit of dirt here, not a whole lot, and then he just floated on down. It didn't even look like he had enough dirt, but yeah, he did. See this? This is nice. And one of the things on the permit that the inspection department wanted is to locate the sewer line, the drain line. I don't know if you watched my last video, but he was digging a huge monster hole. Well, first he started digging over there because he thought it was back there, because with this house sloping down, he thought maybe they had a pump or something down on the ground floor pumping the sewer on up to the street. Well, that wasn't the case, and generally that's not the case. Usually you've got the sewer located somewhere in your front yard, somewhere by the garage, by the garage door, right off to the side of the house. And he was having a hard time looking at it, and we look at this here and see there's an S marked right into the gutter. The curb and gutter is what I call that. Okay, and so he knew the sewer line was down this way somewhere, and the owner, luckily, on his little site plan initially when they built this house, it showed the sewer line going this way and then kind of off kiltered about 4 or 5 feet and then straight somewhere along that side of where the garage was. Remember, the garage used to be right here. And so he dug this huge hole and he finally found it. And the reason why he had to find it is to show the inspector, and once he found the pipe, he cracked it and stuff, obviously, and then he had to cut the end off and he could put a cap on it. While he left the big huge hole open here, he then had the inspector come. The inspector identified, yes, sure enough, that's where the sewer line was. Yes, you have a cap on it, and that's all he required. He says, okay, you can cover it up. Just mark for the next guy where the sewer is. So he put a post here, he put the pink tape on it, and he wrote sewer 13 feet down from here. And it had to be so deep because it wanted the sewer on this house. It had a wood subfloor down on the first floor, and it had just enough slope, you know, down this deep to then slope from here to the street and connect into the sewer. And there's a sewer drain manhole cover where the sewer line came in from the street, and that was 19 feet. And so from here, the sewer line still is at 13 feet, and then it drops down. You've got to have I think a 1/4 inch slope per foot for a sewer drain. And so once he got out there, they were able to do it, and they didn't have to have a pump or anything down here because he had a raised floor foundation on the first floor. I call that the first floor. This is really the first floor, and then it dropped down so that there was no second story. See, like that over there, that's your first floor line there, and then you go up another flight of stairs, and that's the second floor. But then they have a walkout, that what it's called, down here. See where the windows are down there on the bottom? So technically that's 3 stories. Well, this house wasn't 3 stories, it was 2 stories, but the ground floor was the main floor. That's what I like, because when you get older, who wants to go up a flight of stairs to go to the bedroom? You know, especially if you hurt your back, your leg, your whatever, and you're like, oh, I can't go up there, just had surgery, I gotta stay downstairs somehow. But anyways, so I thought initially he was going to have to put an elbow on it and then run like a like a vent line up and then put a cap off up here, and then the inspector would just look at that. But no, he said no, the inspector was fine. So they capped off that, and then the inspector came after that. First, the inspector came to look at that sewer line, make sure it's capped off, make sure it's identified. Then they filled this back in with dirt, and then the inspector had to come out again. Inspector had to come out again to make sure this was all nicely contoured, it was safe for people. The owner's probably not going to come out here. Look at this. There's a line here. That's just an old landscape lighting line. See, it's been ripped off. It's not hooked up to anything. But anyways, the inspector wanted to come back out to make sure it was all safe, to make sure it was all nice and smooth and everything, and that the sewer line was covered up, and that the post was in for the sewer to mark it for the next person. So when the next person comes out here, see, they're not going to be out here for probably 3 or 4 months, is what I was going to tell you. And then at that point, whoever builds on here, then they have to decide. They have to decide how the house is going to fit on here. And I think that, like I say, I think the owner this time wants a concrete subfloor down here on this walkout area. And so they're going to have to dig once they form it, or before they form it, they're going to have to look at the dirt, make sure it's compacted properly, because see, you know, this is fill dirt that's down here. There's a little bit of fill dirt in the bottom where they rearrange that. So the next person who comes out here, they're going to have to probably dig some of this dirt out, and before they start the footings. You can't just dig footings in this fill dirt, you know, for the house. So the person who's probably going to build on here, he was trying to convince the owner, hey, don't have them fill this in, don't have them contour this, just leave this drop off here. He wanted virgin dirt everywhere, but then you got to protect it. You'd have to put a chain link fence around this whole property to protect it from kids coming in off of the street and falling down this cliff, basically. And the owner says, nothing doing. We're not putting up a chain link fence and paying for that for 3 or 4 months. Forget it. And the inspector, I don't know if the inspection department would have allowed that anyways, but when you get the permit, talk to the inspector department, talk to the permit department, and find out how you have to leave this before you get ready to build for safety issues, okay? So this is what they decided, and this is what they did. So whoever comes in here later, like I say, they're going to have to dig all this dirt out. If you were going to build a subfloor here, and depending how low you wanted it, you could leave a lot of this dirt here, see, because the subfloor would be up higher. But because they're deciding to do concrete down there, and chances are if they do concrete, that's going to lower the elevation, and I don't know if they're going to be able to use this sewer line outlet here, because their elevation down here might be lower than 13 feet, and if so, they won't be able to connect up to the sewer. They may have to put a sump pump of some sort down here for anything down on the ground floor, you know, bathrooms, showers, toilets, wet bar, whatever you have down there, washer and dryer, whatever you have, it's going to have to pump up to wherever you have your sewer line level up here. Okay, so lots of things to decide when you're on a sloping lot, I guess, right? Okay, well, I think that's all I have for now. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. I gotta get to work.